Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA rumors, Lakers, Knicks, and Heat looking at Lauri Markkanen trade. Lauri Markkanen has emerged as one of the NBA's premier forwards in his 2 years with the Jazz. The Finland international has emerged as an all-star and is on one of the best contracts in the NBA, prompting teams like the Lakers, Knicks, and Heat to reportedly circle Lauri as one of their top trade targets this summer, with the Jazz expected to listen to offers. They'll listen. They always listen. Danny's reputation is overblown. He wants a championship team. He wants to do what Sam Presti has done in Oklahoma City. He knows he is a long way off still. They'll be tough and the price will be high, but that's how it should be. Markkanen averaged 23.2 points and 8.2 rebounds on 48% from the field and 39.9% from three last season while appearing in 55 games. The Jazz spent the first half of the season as a competitive play-in team, even threatening the top 6 seeds around December 2023, but trades to weaken their roster in the winter led to them refocusing on tanking and landing the 10th pick this season. Markkanen is making $18 million next season, one of the best budget contracts in the NBA given his production. He's a free agent next season. The Lakers have been scouring the market for a third star, and even we have previously suggested they look at Markkanen as that piece instead of a guard like Trae Young. But if the Jazz set a high price for Lauri, the Lakers likely won't be able to win a bidding war or possibly even match what the Jazz want. They can trade 3 first-round picks on 2024 draft night to make a deal come true. The Heat are one of the most leveraged teams when it comes to future draft assets being gone, with the team having 2 first-round picks to trade this summer. They acquired Terry Rozier with a pick in the winter, but a possible move to swap Duncan Robinson and one of their young players with picks for Markkanen could be useful. The Knicks would be the most tangible destination out of the 3 with 11 tradable first-round picks they have to throw at the situation. They have heaps of mid-sized contracts for valuable players as well, so they could possibly match the player price while having sufficient draft picks to fill out the package. Acquiring a player like Markkanen won't be easy. He's the standout asset of a trade that saw them lose their franchise player, so the team will be motivated to build him into a franchise icon as well. Due to how highly the Jazz view the sweet-shooting 7-footer, he could command a price that includes 4 to 5 picks and a star-level talent. In a big picture, Markkanen's value to the Jazz is so great that it's going to take an offer that is probably not going to come to pry him from the Jazz. Something like 4 or 5 first-round picks, and a star-level talent coming over. He doesn't need to dominate the basketball in order to accumulate these numbers. And most importantly, he's a star-level player who likes being in Utah. The Jazz fully intend to build around him. They intend to sign him to a long-term deal. If the Jazz stick to this price, they likely won't find Lauri a trade partner this season. The 27-year-old might be content playing for a massive contract extension with the Jazz instead of taking a bet on a new franchise, so unless he forces his way out, Danny Ainge and the Jazz will be willing to play the slow game with him. Insider suggests LeBron James is pushing Lakers to make 2 major moves. The Los Angeles Lakers have some major decisions to make this offseason, and LeBron James is looming large over the franchise. He can technically be a free agent if he declines his player option. Opting out doesn't mean he'd leave Los Angeles, but it does put pressure on the team to nail the offseason. According to ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, there are 2 specific moves that James might be pressuring the Lakers to make. LeBron James is trying to get the Los Angeles Lakers to draft Bronny James with a second-round pick, Smith said on the May 13 episode of The Stephen A. Smith Show. He'd also like for J.J. Redick to be his next head coach. Now, that doesn't mean the Lakers want J.J. Redick, it doesn't mean they don't. But it's all over the news about him being a candidate for the Lakers' job. Redick appears to be the frontrunner to get the Lakers' head coaching job, but it's less clear where Bronny James will end up. Los Angeles won't likely use a first-round pick on the young guard but could consider using their second-round pick to add him in an effort to keep LeBron James happy. There's been a lot of speculation that the Lakers only want to hire Redick due to James. However, that may not be the case. According to James' agent Rich Paul, he has no involvement with the Lakers' coaching search right now. LeBron is not involved, Paul told Bleacher Report's Chris Haynes in a May 24 interview. That's accurate. I think it's hard for people to not want a narrative per se. There's a lot of false narratives out there. There's a lot of narratives that they feel like we drive, which I've gotten to the point where I don't pay attention to that anymore. I think the people that know if I have something to say, I'll say it directly. The Lakers will likely consult James as they conduct the coaching search, but it appears that he's not going to dictate anything the team decides to do. James likely only has a year or two left in the NBA, so Los Angeles should be focused on finding a long-term fit. For a while, James had stated that he was hoping to play on a team with his son at the NBA level. That appears to be less of a goal for the family now, as just being able to both be in the NBA at the same time is enough. Paul reiterated that the focus is getting Bronny James into the NBA, and teaming the father and son up is less of a priority. Well, LeBron said he wanted to play with his son, Paul told Haynes. Bronny can't do anything about that. And that's nothing we should push back on. If he wants to play with his son, that's that. But again, I have a job to do representing Bronny and LeBron. LeBron season's over. I'm focused on Bronny and the rest of our draft class. If it aligns where he can play with his dad, great. Am I necessarily focused on that? No, not at all. I'm focused on a team plan investment and a seriousness as it pertains to fit and opportunity. Trade proposal sends Hornets Seth Curry to Lakers. One NBA analyst proposed that the Los Angeles Lakers acquire Seth Curry from the Charlotte Hornets this offseason. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report proposed the following trade idea between the Lakers and Hornets. The trade: the Charlotte Hornets trade Seth Curry, number 42 pick and 2026 second-round pick to the Los Angeles Lakers for Jalen Hood-Schifino. Curry played for the Dallas Mavericks and Hornets this season. He averaged 5.1 points, 1.5 rebounds, and 1.0 assists while shooting 39.2% from the field, 35.2% from beyond the arc, and 90.3% from the free throw line. Curry, who turns 34 in August, will make $4 million next season. Some teams short on shooting like the Lakers could want a crack at Curry, who has converted 43.1% of his career three-point attempts, Buckley wrote. They might also covet these two second-rounders to help sweeten the pot for a bigger deal down the line, though they'd have to cut costs to sneak below the first apron to make this move possible. If that's all it takes for the Hornets to get Hood-Schifino, whom the Lakers drafted with the number 17 overall pick last year, they should pounce. He barely hit the NBA hardwood as a rookie, but he still has a sky-high ceiling given his positional size, playmaking, and ability to create out of the pick and roll. The Lakers lost to the Denver Nuggets in the first round of this year's playoffs in 5 games. They are expected to hire J.J. Redick as their new head coach. The Hornets, meanwhile, missed the playoffs again. They haven't made the postseason since 2016. Curry has career averages of 10.4 points, 2.1 rebounds, and 2.0 assists with the Memphis Grizzlies, Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns, Sacramento Kings, Dallas Mavericks, Portland Trail Blazers, Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets and Hornets. He's the younger brother of Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Seth Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.